The U.S. and Australia will work together to counteract China's dominance over critical rare earth minerals. The White House says over the next 6 months, the two countries will invest more than $3 billion combined to increase the supply, streamline the permitting process, and protect these minerals from unfair trade. A new report from Foreign Affairs explores this growing trend in international politics. The article argues that energy and resources are being weaponized in ways we haven't seen in decades. For more, let's bring in one of the authors of that report, Jason Bordoff. He's the founding director of the Center on Global Energy Policy at Columbia University's School of International and Public Affairs. And that's such a clever graphic, too, with the outlets and the chessboard. But you write that limiting or disrupting the flow of energy has been used as a power tool historically. Then it sort of subsided, and now it's back. How so?
It's really the history of energy, the use of energy as a coercive tool and source of military and economic strength. World War I, World War II, the Suez Canal crisis, of course, the Arab oil embargo. You know, the last few years have been the exception. The last few decades have been the exception to that. We've seen flat electricity demand in the U.S. We've seen the largest increase in oil and gas production in history with the shale revolution in the U.S. And we've seen a relatively calm era of geopolitics. And we're seeing all of those forces thrown into reverse now. And you see the news every single day with concern about dependence on China for critical minerals. The news of today with the U.S. sanctioning Russian oil supplies. And we're seeing, and this comes a few years after, of course, Russia cut off most gas supply to Europe after it invaded Ukraine. So almost every day provides another reminder that in this new world of geopolitical competition, this new world of rising electricity demand in the United States, driven by the AI revolution, among other forces, energy is back front and center as a tool of geopolitics in ways that create a lot of vulnerabilities for many countries.
All right, so you say there is a silver lining to this weaponization. What is it?
Well, it presents risks, but also opportunities, and it's going to be different for different countries. And so I think many countries, even the United States, which has gone from importing 60% of our oil 15 years ago to being the largest oil producer in the world, a net oil exporter, prices went up today in oil markets and for U.S. consumers at the pump because it's a global market. And so you're going to want to see countries increasingly, particularly import-dependent ones, if you're in Europe, are going to want to reduce their exposure to volatile global markets. They're going to want to reduce trade in energy. They're going to want to manufacture more energy at home. Some can do that with some oil, maybe coal. But for a lot of countries, that's going to mean more electricity use, trying to electrify certain sectors that aren't electric today, like vehicles, and then producing more of that electricity with domestic sources. Again, for many places, that's going to be clean energy, like solar and wind and geothermal and nuclear. Not everywhere. If you're in Indonesia, you have a lot of coal, for example. But I do think this could provide a powerful national security push for a transition to cleaner energy because people are recognizing the geopolitical risks of the oil and gas market as well as environmental issues.
How can people read your entire report?
Foreign Affairs magazine.
Okay, thank you so much, Jason Bordoff. Appreciate it.
Thank you.